Well, hey folks, now this will be the third video. We did the unboxing, we did the basic build. Now this is going to be a side video. We're going to install, and I'm going to show you how you install a FREEWING Afterburner in the brand new Avanti. Okay, now I've already taken the liberty of removing the EDF hatch. It just has the two Phillips head screws, which I got in my magnetic tray. Slid that out. Okay, now I'm going to remove the EDF unit itself. Okay, takes a decent Phillips size screwdriver. Okay, I'll probably fast forward me unscrewing this. That's all I'm doing is just unscrewing it. Use a magnetic screwdriver tip because lots of these FREEWING models you don't get any extra screws. You might get one or two, but you really, lots of times you don't. So keep up with your screws, okay? All right, the magnetic screwdriver tips, and this is an E-flight one. Shh, I don't talk about E-flight. This is what I have, okay? And it's nice and tight because it's in there from the factory. This is that new generation of motors they have. It's supposed to be more efficient, and 12 blade and all kinds of power and all that kind of good stuff. And we shall see how I like it. I like it. I got the Cougar and the F9F Cougar 8, and only got the one flight. It's all I could get in. The wind was horrible. The weather was terrible. So all I was able to do was fly it one time. Now, when you put these afterburners in, you're going to slide. You do not have to completely remove it because if you look, there's two screws or screw holes here. Buy the afterburner. It's the dollar cheap one, not the universal, the one that's for the select 80 and 90 millimeters, specifically for these newer ones that have the holes. If they have the holes on the motor, then the specific afterburner unit will work. The other thing you're going to want to do is you see your ESC is held in by a little bracket. Okay, you're going to want to undo that bracket. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I undid the EDF unit from both these places here. Okay, now that little bracket there, I'm going to pull that out of there, lift that bracket to free up the ESC because the wire that goes from the afterburner is going to run and going to be secured underneath that bracket. So let me put you off the side, undo that bracket there. Okay. And remember, we're taking these metal screws and they're going into wooden housings. So when we go to put them back, I'm going to put a dab of glue on them. Just to make my life easier. Okay, I've got the cowl off. Now I'm going to grab my go get 'em wire. Okay, I'm going to carefully lift up the top of the bottle, and I'm going to run this wire to where I see it come through. So you got two sections. You're going to go to the lower half where you see your ESC. So I'm going to see it over there, okay? There, I see it hanging out here. Grab my EDF, my afterburner, which I don't have opened up yet. I'm not always prepared. As y'all know, watch my videos, I pretty much wing it. Okay, you're going to grab this section here, okay? Look at them two holes here. Those two holes there. Yeah, there you go. It's just going to simply bolt on. So that makes it very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. I haven't done the radio setup yet. Remember, always pull your wires. Okay. Has a little JST connector. I'm going to hook it through that go get 'em wire. Just like I did in the assembly. Okay. Holding a little bit of slack. I'm actually just going to let that lay in there. I'm going to grab my go get 'em wire. Okay. And I'm going to let that feed on through there. All right. Got that wire through there. Put that off the side. That's the only wire we have to run. Okay, got my unit off there to the side. Now I'm going to go in here in the box that came with the Afterburner and grab the screws. It gives you 4 screws. You're only going to need 2 of them. Okay, again, I'll put them in a little magnetic tray. Okay, you're only going to need 2. They are Phillips head. Okay. Now, this is the way I recommend it, and this is the way everybody see do it. You take your wire side and the wire side on the EDF, on the Afterburner. I'm going to line them up just like that. Okay. Helps if you use a magnetic screwdriver. This just makes it a lot easier by leaving the EDF unit hooked up. That way I don't have to worry about getting the wires undone. Just kind of get it in there. Grab another one. These are machine screws, by the way. They're not like wood screw style, which I don't know what the difference is as far as what you call it. Okay. Grab that. Line up the hole. Uh-oh. My hands are shaking. You'd think I wouldn't be nervous. I've done how many of these films? This is the first time I've ever done a Afterburner. Okay. Got plenty of slack. Grab your EDF unit. You want to make sure that is nice and anchored down. You're going metal into metal, so you don't have to worry about tightening it up good. You go right ahead and anchor that puppy down. Okay? That's in there. Now, it only fits light towards the rear. Feed that back down in there. Set your EDF unit down. Okay. Now, this is important. Okay. Look at that wire. See that red wire? Okay. Remember that bracket? This is why I said undo that bracket, and you want that wire to ride underneath. So it should look like that. Of course, I'm going to anchor all that down, but it should be underneath that, because that has a little rubber like cushion there, and that will help hold that wire. Because the last thing you want is slack in that wire, because what's going to happen with that slack when you're going down through the sky? That slack's going to get fed right into the EDF unit and snap your wire, and there goes your it won't hurt the plane any, but it certainly will kill your Afterburner. Okay, so this is why you want to anchor that down underneath that bracket. So let's go ahead and do that real quick, just so I'm showing you what I'm doing. Okay. You may have to reposition your ESC a little bit, and that's fine and dandy. No big deal. No big deal. This is where the magnetic tipped screwdriver saves the day. Again, I'm going to put my hand behind the model, because I'll put a little bit of pressure in there. Okay. There, that's anchored down good. All right. Now, that's not going to go anywhere. And if I do have any slack, I can always pull it from this end to make sure. And then I can always anchor that down with a tape or something, maybe some glue, what have you. But that's not going to go anywhere. Now, we're going to put our EDF unit back together. Now, I want to hold the EDF unit in place. I've taken wood screws out of wood. Okay, so for that reason, I'm going to put a little dab of glue on each one of these screws. Okay, just a little bit, because I'm going back into the wood again. I don't want this EDF unit to move around. Okay, make sure that lined up right, just the way you took it out. Okay. Once you get one in place, I mean, it has a definite channel that it sits in. Like I said, I'll probably fast forward through me screwing these things down. All right, because that's hard wood that you're going into there. Okay. Makes things gummies up your fingers and everything, but a little inconvenience now is better than a wobbling EDF later on down the road. If you have a little bit of resistance, make sure your wires are tucked in properly. They may not be. You can look down the pipe there. They look okay. They look like they're, yeah, they're nice and secure. So. Okay. Okay. Just keep on trucking. Just keep on keeping on. The wire, the glue can be a little pain in the butt to work with when you're doing this, because it gets all gummy and on your fingers, and then your screw doesn't want to line up right. Just want to hold on to your fingers, but a little bit of patience, a little bit of time, and you're going to be rewarded with a beautiful lightning display. Beautiful light display. And I'm going to go over, in the radio part, we will go over how you calibrate your ESC. More than one, or calibrate your you're going to calibrate your ESC anyways, but you can do this Afterburner at the same time. Okay, come on. Just go dab of glue on there. Okay. Line that up in there just like that. Support the back of it. That's why I love these stands. They absolutely are lifesavers. All right, now that's back in there. You should be left with 2 screws that hold on the hatch. It only fits one way. The EDF cover. It should. If you've got everything anchored in there right, everything should just slide right in. Should just fit right down in there. Let's see what I got going on here. Yeah, nice and flush. Okay, tighten my screws. Right. And that is that part of the assembly. Okay. We will continue on with the installation of the Afterburner once we do the radio setup. Now, I'll show you the radio setup in just a second. This is the other half of the Afterburner. Remember that red JST wire? Okay, it's going to plug in black to black, red to red. That's your polarity. Okay, this part goes on your battery lead, and this part hooks up to a Y that goes with your throttle. They should have provided a Y, and they do. They give you a Y. Okay. Okay. Now, going to take this Y. Remember, dark to dark, light to light is always polarity. And take the Y, set that off to the side. Okay. Now, if you notice, I got a bunch of wires hanging out here. Okay, that's because I removed the battery tray. Okay, because I want them wires. The only thing I want hanging out down here is the throttle lead. Is the discharge plug. I'm going to put everything else down. I'm going to route everything else down and put that battery tray back down, then everything will come out down at this end. All right, next we'll have the radio set up, and we'll go from there. And that will tie in, and we'll end also this afterburner section. All right, well, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. God bless y'all, and I'll just add this to the first part of the radio setup. We'll just kind of mush this all together. All right, bye.